How do you do? Nelson Ford, the Gunsmith, and I've had to come to terms that I can't cover an entire gun on a video, but I can cover a lot of fun. And I thought I would start today. I told you I'd get into more stuff. I'd like to get into feed work today. And on the 1911, there's really two different areas to work, four different things. And the first thing you want, easy tests on these guns. You can free your slide up of your frame and grab yourself around and push it up in the gun just as though that you were shooting the gun. And you take your round, and from the underside, you manage it, and you push it up into the extractor. And that holds the extractor. That's good. It was also easy to push it up in there. That's good. Adjusting extractors, if there's no tension and it's not holding it, pull out your extractor and you get a couple of pre-1981 pennies and stick them on each side in this opening on the front part of your extractor. Stick that in your vise and you tap the back of it. More tension to the left. That'll bow it in. And you'll see it move. You'll feel it move. And then that can give it more tension. Also, you want the round to be able to creep up into the part. And you'll see this is the original Colt part in 1959-45 nickel plate. You'll see close-up later that Colt already cut it across the bottom for the round to be friendly to be able to get in there. Colt's really good about one other thing too. The opening in the slide, the breech face that is almost exactly 485 on every Colt firearm. I've seen them over half inch and down at 470. 470 is going to stop the rounds. The rounds are 475, the rim. So we give it 5 thousandths on each side as a leeway when we cut our breech faces. I'll correct them if they're 478, 480, 481. I'll go in there with a 8-inch mill bastard. I'll remove the extractor first because you cut to the extractor side every time. You don't want to give up any extractor coverage. So you cut towards the extractor till you get 485. If you screw up and you go to 487, 490, you're still in play. And your rounds will be able to get up in there. And as long as you can slide that round in, sometimes you get a 45 or a 9 or super where you can't push the round in. It is too hard. And those guns don't feed well, and you have to make the adjustment so you can slide them up in there and it holds it in place. So that really covers the breech face. Depth of the chamber is real important. To change that, you're going to have to buy a climber reamer. But you want your round to sit below the hood. If it sits above the hood, it's not going to close right. And 5-10 thousandths below the hood works just fine. On your ramp, I believe 31 degrees is proper. You'll find your Colts are always proper, but if they're cut rough, you might want to clean it up. I use a wood dowel with some 400 paper and stay with the angle. Now, a lot of people on kitchen gunsmithing, it's kind of sad, they will keep polishing their ramp and cutting it down because they see the round stop on the barrel. And if the barrel has what they call overhang, Halleck's manual. They gave this to me at the Colorado School of Trades in the late 70s, page 128. This is barrel overhang. We'll get you a better close-up. Barrel overhang is the top. You can see it's not much at all, but it'll stop a big pen, a ball. And then that's the barrel cut back. After you cut it back with, I used an 8-inch mill bastard at an angle, you cut it back so the barrel falls short of the ramp, like so. We'll get you a close-up of that too. And then you go back in and you throat the barrel, which you'll be able to see between these two barrels. That's a military type cut, and that's a throated barrel, and that's like the last step. And if those simple things right there are paid well attention to, your gun's going to function. There are other geometry problems, usually with poor quality guns, poor quality models. The lugs don't have the overlap they should, and when you fire it, the barrel tries to go back underneath the slide, and it jams the gun up. Also, you can have other problems with the saddle and the barrel's teetering. This one sits flush, but if you can make your barrel teeter when it's sitting there, that means it's sitting on the bottom of the lugs. And so stay with good quality guns and you won't have that problem. This is an example. I can do it together or apart. I have a big pen around here somewhere. And if you hold the barrel back so it's seated, and you take the pen and you run it up the ramp, you can hear it hit and not get over it. Now this gun was manufactured in 1943, and it was made to shoot ball ammunition only, and usually on that little barrel hangover, hollow points are the only thing that gets hung up. That's a standard factory throat on a Colt barrel on a Colt World War II gun. And so it works with ball, but I'll bet you if you get some of those sharp hollow points, they're going to grab it and they're not going to want to go in. And then you cut it back and then you re-throat it and you'll find they go in. These chambers are always generously cut for military guns. So that's feeding, but that's a good comprehensive little coverage of feeding. And so I hope you enjoyed that, and we're going to do some more here shortly. Trigger work is going to be a long one, but I'm going to cover trigger work next. Thank you.